5. But anyway, let's talk about this. Keep on to this.
My mom's cousin did. She an older cousin. Her husband passed away, and she was meeting some guy.
Oh yeah,
and he lived in Baton Rouge.
Yeah,
she lived in Alabama.
Yeah,
when we said something about her moving there or him moving, she's like, no, I like it the way it is.
Yeah, we meet each other and all that. Okay. And it didn't make it more exciting when y'all see each other and stuff. So, Wendy says film distribution.
What about that?
Would it affect film distribution? I don't think so. Not with Brad Pitt.
His little group of people are actually still working there,
and he can put his stuff on YouTube, and people
they're getting paid. His little camera crew,
they go. The
people, they're still working. If he says no,
you get to a certain level in that field where it doesn't matter. They are with you guys in spirit, and they are supporting you because they were like that at one time. They started off, so they're supporting you. Not because they have to. They're supporting you because they want to. And I don't want y'all actors out there thinking that these big guys have to support you. They absolutely do not.
But we haven't had a strike like this in how many years?
Well, it was pre-Netflix and all this, but we're going to talk about that because, Wendy, you need to see this story that was out July 25th. And it's a big story. She said, Wendy says technology gives many options. Exactly. And that's the problem. If Tom Cruise let's say he crossed the line and y'all called him a scab and said, we won't work with you. It doesn't matter. He has enough money, enough people that he could put a movie on Netflix or YouTube or Prime or something.
Cruise,
and still make money.
These are actors. I can see where you're.
Sandra Bullock made that money with that blind. Remember, she had she couldn't see the Noise movie.
Yeah,
that was all Netflix. Wow. So I would be nervous about stuff like that.
And then you're saying that Brad Pitt is pretty much saying that he's almost finished.
Rich says, "Hi, hey, ladies,
hey, he's almost finished with this film."
The problem that Brad Pitt,
the
problem that Brad Pitt has is I think he's almost done or something, and he wants to finish it. And they saying you have to stop all production and shut it down. And that if you continue, then you consider crossing the line. And he's thinking about just going ahead and finishing it. He's at a point.
He hasn't made a final
decision. To me, I don't think he should. I think he should stand with his fellow actors because you wasn't always Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Understand.
And it's almost like you pooping on the low part people.
Now that you've made it.
Now that you made it and it doesn't matter to you. But then on the other side, he's a producer. So there might be a lot of actors and people, the tech people, they're not in that strike. So he's like, they need to get paid too. They need to get money. And I got a lot of people that's relying on me other than actors. That's probably what he's thinking. It's not just actors and writers. There's a lot of other people
but I thought the SAG includes those technical people.
No, it's actors and writers that's on the strike.
It's not the cameraman or the makeup person or the
and then you got to also remember there's a lot of actors and people that are not in SAG. So you don't know what's going on in his movie that he is thinking about this because he may think I'll take that hit if it means that 90% of the people that's working on my movie won't, you know what I'm saying? They're not in this. So
and are we brought up to speed on what exactly they're wanting?
Yeah, remember we talked about that.
I'm still trying to understand.
They don't want you to
be. They're still going to get it. It's striking to make them get it.
They feel like, and they right. You shouldn't be able to just stream, put us on Netflix and all of that, and we don't get paid for the work. It's like you doing a movie, and then later on they put the movie on Netflix. And it's making millions of dollars.
Netflix is making money.
Right. And you get a 52-cent check. And you like, hold on for a second. I should still be getting as if it was in a movie theater. I should be making money.
The movie that I saw last night, they cloned Tyrone.
They already did that before the strike.
No, I'm saying like that kind of a movie.
No, that movie was made for Netflix.
Oh.
But I'm talking about and then also they don't like the fact that their image, they say they get small little like 10
But
cents.
if it's made for Netflix, do they still get paid, right?
Yeah, that's different.
Oh,
that's different.
Okay.
But then they were saying stuff like if they use their face, you can use their image on an AI. And then you could put that image anywhere. I don't need Tom Cruise. I can just put that image and then make a whole movie with his image, and he can't do anything about it. So they don't like the fact that AI is doing it. And then the writers is the same thing. Writing, you can have AI write stuff and you not get credit, or it can, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't like a lot of that stuff. So let me see what y'all saying before we move on. Technology gives many options. Scooby-Doo says, I really have no idea what the strike is about. True says, well, they said if your production started before a certain date, you can finish without being labeled a scab. Okay. So I don't know, maybe his fits in that gray area. And he's like, let's just finish it. I got to finish it. He must have started after whatever that date was. And now he needs to finish it. Well, in my opinion, why did he start it? If he knew a strike was coming, he's big enough to know that it was coming.
Sometimes takes longer. So he may have started this movie way before talks was even said.
Well, anyway, so that's the thing with that. But the story that I wanted to say is why the actors strike, as actors strike for AR protection, guess what Netflix just did? Netflix listed an AI job paying $900,000.
What do you mean an AI job?
A job for somebody who is an AI, and they're willing to pay these people $900,000 a year. What's up? Oh, she said if you sign in. Netflix listed the job for $900,000.
So I'm trying to understand what that job.
Rob Delaney said. In a melodious, they said, voice, my broad shoulders and dancers, I decide how those are used. Whatever, I guess he's trying to be funny. As Hollywood executives insist it is just not realistic to pay actors 87% of whom earn less than $26,000 or more, they are speedily, lavishly spending money on AI programs. So while y'all on the picket line and y'all are protesting, Netflix and these other executives are getting ready to spend millions of dollars on AI. That's not good.
Help me understand.
You know what that's telling you? What that's telling me is they want to replace y'all. It's almost like, think about a blue collar job, right? And you walk off, you work at the post office, and you say, we're gonna picket. We out of here until y'all, put whatever, air conditioning in the trucks and pay us more money and give us time.
Make our equipment safe.
Make our equipment safe. A lot of us, and everybody would agree with you. Those are, why can't you just do that if you had the money to do it, right? So then your post office says, well, we don't have the money to do that. We can't do that for you. But then you go, well, then we're going to pick it. And then you go pick it. And then you find out they spending millions of dollars on robots to sort mail.
To replace you.
You'd be like, I thought you said you didn't have no money.
Because robots, they don't need a retirement plan. Robots won't have to deal with HR situations. Robots don't need insurance if they get injured. Robots you don't have to deal with what is it else with other workers?
Anything.
It makes more sense to replace.
This is why y'all should be. This is why, and they'll probably talk about this, Wendy, with y'all after y'all strike thing. While entertainment firms like Disney have declined to go into specifics about the nature of their investments in AI, Netflix did a job posting and went very public with it. I bet you $100 million that I don't have that Disney and all the rest of them are doing the exact same thing. The only difference is Netflix is more open and with it. They don't care if y'all know. Whereas I think Disney and all the rest of them do. They care.
So when they use AI, you're saying for like a Tom Hanks, replacing Tom Hanks, they have it generate a computer generated of him acting out some movie that they created.
I think what they're going to end up doing is, this is just my opinion, the real big names, they're going to talk to them behind the scenes, and they're going to try to crush the small actors to where they can say, get out of here with that. And we know that we can go at least 2 or 3 years without y'all. And we can computer generate the background. We don't need 1 million or 100 extras. We can computer generate the extras.
What was that movie that was out when he was they were soldiers? It was
Sparta. 300. They're gonna do movies
what
like
was
that.
That was a
it was the real actors, but they computer generated a lot around them. But what I think is going to happen is they're going to have computer generated actors. It's not even a real actor. He's
like a hologram too. When they do a
hologram or something where he looks real, but he's not real. Nobody in the movie is real.
Whoopi had it. She said on The View, in her trust, in her will, she has it specifically that they can't generate her image as a hologram. Yeah, when she leaves this earth, they can't use her image as a hologram or anything like that. So she's already putting in writing how she does not, her legacy and how she wants that to live on.
It says, while entertainment firms like Disney have declined to go in specifics about their AI, job postings and financial disclosures reviewed by The Intercept reveal that new details about the extent of these companies embrace technology. In one case, Netflix is offering as much as $900,000 for a single AI manager. They paying this person $900,000 a year as an AI manager.
So my question is, why can't, I'm sorry, you can maybe answer. Our laws have not caught up with technology, with the whole AI movement. Why can't an actor's image, likeness, name, be protected?
That's what they striking for.
If an AI, I see now why.
That's why they striking.
Brad Pitt hopefully won't cross.
They want protection.
If somebody is visually using Brad Pitt's face, he should get paid.
Yes.
Because if Michael Jordan is so strong on his name.
His mom said in the movie, remember?
That man don't want, his name was used in some advertisement in some grocery store or something. Woo, they took that down so quick. Michael's like, my name is money.
And don't take shows that I was on. I was on the Cosby Show and put it on Netflix and send me a 10-cent check. You like, hold on for a second. It's still being seen by millions of people. People watch Netflix just like they watch television, if not even more.
So they're not getting paid enough.
They're not getting paid. And some actors don't even get residuals from it. The ones that they're down at the bottom of the total. We talk about the big ones. They was going on Instagram and stuff. The main characters were showing they 52-cent checks. So what you think the ones that's down at the bottom? Yeah. If the main guy gets 52 cents, Malcolm Jamal Warner, what do you think you get? Maybe the kid that was being bounced on Bill Cosby's leg.
Maybe a penny. Alicia Keys was bounced on Bill Cosby's leg. Alicia Keys
probably gets a residual check for like maybe 2 cents. And she probably like, what I'm gonna do with this 2 cents?
And that was another thing that brought, I don't know why I thought about Alicia Keys, because you said the little kids bounced on his leg.
Yes.
Because she was one of them.
She was one of them.
For some reason, I thought of Fame and Fortune, that show that's out now. Her brother was recently dismissed from the show. And they were like, Alicia Keys' brother?
So that was her brother.
Yeah, because the Jonas Brothers who hosted, they were like, boy.
They didn't know that was Alicia.
Your sister.
Does he look like her?
He has that look.
Okay.
Yeah, he has that look.
You never talk about that show. You was going to talk about it.
It's a good show. I'm liking it. I'm liking trying to figure out who this black guy is on there, who his brother is. But go ahead.
Well, Hollywood actors and writer unions are jointly striking this summer for the first time since 1960, calling for better wages and regulations on studios' use of artificial intelligence. Just after the actors' strikes was authorized, the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, the trade association representing the TV and film companies, negotiating with the actors and writers unions, announced a groundbreaking AI proposal that protects actors' digital likeness for SAG and AFTRA members. The offer prompted the comparison to an episode of a sci-fi series in Black Mirror, which depicted actress Selma Hayek locked in a struggle with the studio, which was using her scanned digital likeness against her will. See, I told you Black Mirror be showing stuff that's gonna happen. So $900,000 per AI amount, they saying, could qualify 35 actors and their families. Health insurance. They were saying that. Them spending $900,000 on one person. Imagine if they spent that $900,000 on the actors, they could satisfy, he's saying, at least 35 actors, just with that one position. Among the striking actors, demands are protection against their scanned likeness being manipulated by AI without adequate compensation for the actors. They propose that our background performers should be able to be scanned. I said that. Get paid for 1 day's pay, and their company should own that scan, their image, their likeness, and to be able to use it for the rest of eternity in any project that they want with no consent and no compensation. So the background people, forget them. If you remember when I walked in the background on Fugitive? They scanned me and put me in about 100 movies. I don't get paid for it.
Is this partly what Monique was talking about when she said boycott Netflix?
Well, she was saying boycott Netflix because they didn't want to give her the amount of money she felt she was entitled
for another reason.
Right.
Wow.
But she can forget that. Anytime you tell people, the community, to boycott something, it has to be something in it for them. When Monique said boycott Netflix, what's in that for us? We boycotting for you? No. Now, if you said Netflix was doing something to people and the community and stuff, maybe you can get people to be like Budweiser with the transgender thing. They came out and said, boycott Budweiser. They trying to push transgenders down our throats. And it worked because people felt a connection with that boycott. But not because
that was the true audience.
Nobody's going to boycott because Monique didn't get her money.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do that.
Okay.
Entertainment writers, too, must contend with their work being replaced by AI programs like ChatGPT. Now, I downloaded ChatGPT. It's very good.
What is it?
It writes. You give it a sample of how you write, it can write something for you. In your voice, the way you would write it.
I get AI and all that it does, and probably even the future. But my thing is, if partly of what they're striking for is if you're using any likeness of an actor, that is them. You're making money off of Brad Pitt's face.
Right.
That's not right.
And it says writers represented by the Writers Guild of America have been on strike since May 7th, demanding, among other things, labor safeguards against AI. John August, a screenwriter for films like Big Fish and Charlie's Angels, explained that the WGA wants to make sure that ChatGPT and its cousins can't be credited with writing a screenplay. They're going to credit ChatGPT.
They need to do something legally, like a law needs to be put in place. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
You mean the actors need to go to Congress?
Capitol Hill.
The actors need to go to Congress.
Yes.
I don't think
a bill needs to be passed. And Wendy, I know you would definitely agree with this. Somebody needs to go to Capitol.
You guys got to go to Capitol Hill.
A law needs to be put in place that protects a person's who's part of the SAG's identity.
Y'all need to treat this like you was in like the truckers union or something, and the economy is suffer if the truckers go on strike, and the Congress got to step in and do something. Yeah. Congress will step in if they feel like the community is going to be somehow involved.
Yeah.
The only way that y'all gonna be able to do this, and I don't know, y'all need to say this, I'm not in SAG, is that first is us, then it's you. First, the AI will take us, Next, he's coming for your job. That's the only way you're going to make the community and the country get behind what you're saying, because you got to show how it's replacing you and it's hurting you financially, and how that will somehow affect us. The only way you can do that. And then people will call their congressman and say, what's going on with this chat GPT thing?
Yes.
That these writers are talking about this thing and it's taking over their right. Is that going to replace my job as a builder?
And it's so sad, though. Remember when affirmative action came in place, when we were trying to be diverse in hiring? You had to hire so many minorities, people of color, people that brown, black skin, Hispanics, whatever. It may have to go to that when it comes to AI. You got 500 workers. You can't replace all of them with AI. You have to replace a certain percentage, and the rest has to still be people working there.
It says Netflix posting for a $900,000 a year AI product manager job makes clear that AI goes beyond just the algorithm that determine what shows are recommended for users. The listing points to AI's uses for content creation. Artificial intelligence is powering innovation in all areas of business, including helping them to create great content. Netflix AI product managers posting. This person is getting ready to get paid $900,000 a year. And they got other jobs too, they said. Netflix is already putting the AI technology to work. On July 6th, the streaming service premiered a new Spanish reality dating series, Deep Fake Love.
That's what I told you. The View talked about that today.
Oh, what did they say?
They talked about that. What they're going to do is it's a reality show where couples will be viewing their significant other, either real involved with another person or fake. And they have to make that decision. If your husband is cheating with somebody, it could be an AI made up of him cheating with somebody.
Look at this. Deep Fake Love, in which it scans the contestants' faces and bodies, are used to create AI-generated deep fake simulations of themselves.
Right. So you don't know
if that's your husband or if that's an AI in him.
No, well, you don't know if you're watching this as the wife. You have to make a decision. Is he really cheating on me, or is that an AI simulation? And they talked about it on The View. They said this is dangerous.
And it's out right now. July 6th is getting ready to come out on Netflix.
It's dangerous. Because Sarah was saying, or was it Alyssa? It was Alyssa. It's going to hurt you one way or the other, because let's just say, for sake of argument, you see him with somebody and you really believe
that's
him. And he says, I wasn't with her. Now you don't trust him anyway. So that's going to hurt both ways.
It says,
they want to see how this show is going to go.
They says they also looking for a technical director for generative AI. That's the ones that do that. Netflix is offering up to $650,000 for its generative AI technical director role. That person is getting ready to get paid $650,000. One person. One. AI, Disney has, they said, a lot of stuff that's coming up. They keeping it quiet. Disney don't want y'all to know. CEO Bob Iger alluded to the challenges that the company would have in integrating AI into their current business model. I don't know.
You safe when you're not even watching TV or any kind of movies or something, because you don't know what's real and what's not real.
From actors' standpoint, they said the struggle against the sci-fi is not a struggle against AI itself, but just a bid for fair working conditions in their industry and control over their own likeness, their bodies, their movements, their speech patterns. Again, I think, my opinion, and I could be wrong, I don't think striking is going to help y'all. I think y'all need to go to Congress.
A law needs to be put in place.
You have to go to Congress, and you have to make Congress see that it's not just you, it's other people that it's going to affect. And the American public is not going to want these AIs and people just being able to not only replace their jobs, but use their images as well. Like you said, this dating, this show.
Mm-hmm.
Soon it's gonna be people can put up. Is that really him, or is that my husband, or is that my wife?
We can get into so much trouble with that, where we may think our commander in chief is talking to us, telling us stuff, and it's AI.
So just so
like
y'all
they
know,
did with that Obama thing. Remember, they made Obama talk and say something, and then people thought it was really him, and it wasn't.
Yep.
I just feel like a law or something needs to be put in place where you, as an actor, as part of the SAG union, that your likeness is protected. It's a trademark or copywritten or whatever you want to call it. They can't use your likeness in any made up story, any movie, any TV show, any YouTube, unless you sign and get paid for it.
All right, so let's see. Scooby-Doo says, I really have no idea what the strike is about. True says, well, they said if your production started before. That's what she was saying about the scab. Scooby-Doo says, sounds like this fight is what many of us fought back in the day. Everything was taken. Wendy says, can non-union actors work SAG-aftra jobs? Yes, but if you do, you have to join the union eventually. To be eligible, actors need to first work on a union job. Scooby-Doo says no breaks, no lunch, no vacations, no maternity leave, etc. Wendy says robots do not need catering for lunch. I like your Jamie Kim. True says, for example, they said for background extras, they would pay for one day and just use the AI images for the rest of the days. Yeah, we said that. Mm-hmm. Wendy says they need new laws to protect actors from AI. Mm-hmm. True says, so they pay you for one day instead of maybe 7. And they want the rights to use your image for future projects. Mm-hmm. Scooby-Doo says, so none of it's fair. If the big actors want money, the extras should get the same. And Wendy says, I get residuals. They start off high and then they go down each one you get.
We had at my last job, we had photo shoots and we had to be careful because we had a really tight budget. And I had to put together the model releases. So a lot of times we would pull in the models. If we used workers, we had a model release where we pay them $1. I got paid $1. If you guys remember, well, I was okay with it because I pretty much gave it away. Y'all remember at Six Flags, it had to have been 6 years ago.
Oh, we saw your poster. No, that was 20 years ago.
That wasn't 20 years ago because I wasn't. It maybe 15.
It wasn't 6 years ago.
It was 15 years ago. We did a fake roller coaster, mm-hmm. and I was in the photo shoot, and I was on the roller coaster, and they used my face. And I remember one of my cousins called me from Florida.
They saw you.
But no, I see you on the billboard in Six Flags.
And you got paid $1 whole dollar.
I got paid $1. That's fine. I'm not part of that union thing.
I know. I'm just saying $1.
We got cheap. We paid cheap actors to do it, and people from the job. But I really, really think a law.
That's what I said. Put in place. All they're gonna do is just use people like y'all. They're not even gonna care about using.
But no, if they
want,
actors. But yeah, if they want a Tom Hanks because they want to bring in people to watch the movie, Samuel Jackson, Denzel Washington.
But here's the problem, and that's what I'm saying. Somebody gonna pull them by the coattail and push them to the back and say, "Look, buddy, I know you Denzel, but this AI Denzel is sharp."
But it's still
they forgetting about you.
I don't care when they say AI, it's still him.
No, I'm saying not a new guy, not Denzel.
Oh, okay.
A whole new black guy
with a new name.
Whole new name.
Oh, okay.
He reminds me of Denzel. He has a 6-pack and he's gorgeous.
Okay.
And he's fake.
That's different.
See?
If they're using Denzel's face.
No. Oh. A whole new guy.
Oh, okay.
Just like us. There's
and he could be a made-up person and we're all falling in love with him.
Just like us. Oh, remember that in the 80s, that Max Headroom or Head
Yes.
thing? He wasn't even real.
I know. That's weird.
It's going to be like that.
Talking about futuristic.
And they were saying people like us, influencers. There's a couple of YouTube shows, millions of subscribers. They're not even real. They're like us. Two people sitting here talking, laughing with Bob, you're funny,
if they
Bob.
Want to go to somebody that house to their home.
It's a computer generated.
See, that's scary.
And it's funny. They're funny. People watch them every day. I'll come later on. I'll show y'all the channels. Millions of subscribers. And people, they give you the news. They tell you what's going on. And they have wonderful personalities and funny. Not even real.
Wow.
Whew. Somebody could watch me and be like, let's just duplicate her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some similarities.
She won't have spaces between her teeth. We'll fix her up a little bit.
More funny.
We'll fix her up. She won't look as bad. We'll fix her up, but she'll have the same type of personality, and people will like her. And she's fake. She's not even real. She's a made up.
Wait to each day to see what she's talking about.
And in today's news, and blank, 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 and I'm funny and all this, and I'm not even real.
That's scary.
How you know we're real?
Well, we know Jesus is real.
No.
Hallelujah.
How do you know we're real? Right now.
As long as I know Jesus is real. You can't do no AI with him. Woo.
Okay.
Thank you, Holy Spirit.
Well, It's funny how you say you can't do no AI with him. And all you know is that Jesus is real.
Yes.
Because that takes us to the next story.
Okay.
Let me see what everybody says first. Wendy said that. Wendy says, I like your pajamas, Kim. Oh, thank you. Scooby-Doo says, there are so many movies that be animated or AI without actors' faces that I enjoy. So I would not care to not see these actors. I do feel it needs to be fair, though. And Wendy says, I know you've seen that white AI gossip girl. She's creepy. Oh, yeah. She millions of followers. And she does gossip. She talking about the stuff we talking about right now. She's not even real.
That's fine. So what? Made up people.
Well,